So, far away Lucas, what are we talking about on today's episode of Wiki Weekends?
We're talking about what is apparently everybody's favourite bug Pokemon.
Heracross. Yeah. So as per usual, far away Lucas, would you like to let the lovely audience at home what specifically we're talking about in today's episode?
Yeah, we are talking about the Johto legend that is Heracross.
The single horn Pokemon. We're referring specifically to the Pokemon fandom wiki, a link to which you can find below. And before we get started, Lucas, thoughts on Heracross?
I think he's a nice mix of a simple but effective design.
Yes, it's just a big stag beetle or rhino beetle, if you will. And I like him because he reminds me of Stun the Insect from Bloody Roar, who's my favourite character in that game because he's just a big dumb bug. Yeah. But I have very recently just turned all the way around on Heracross. Because do you want to talk about this at all? Because I'm guessing it's why you mentioned it today.
Yeah, it's why I had the idea for this Wiki Weekend in particular. And you and I are playing Pokemon SoulSilver on my gameplay channel. Go check it out.
Yeah, a link to which you'll find below. It's been really fun. We hope people like it.
It has been, but every single episode that comes out, there's a comment did you know you can go get a Heracross here?
Yeah, and we're doing our own specific rule set for that one. It's not a Nuzlocke run, but it's we're just going to pick the Pokemon we like from this gen and play with those. And we're just baffled by the fact that everyone's get a Heracross. I'm like, why are you so all in on Heracross? What is it about Heracross that you are just you have to comment on every video telling us? And it's it turned me all the way around on it. It's fuck the Heracross now, because I don't like doing what people tell me to, which is why we're doing this video that you suggested, Lucas. Anyway, we'll start as we often do at the beginning with the basic information about Heracross. So we have here, Heracross, Generation 2. Evolutionary line, no evolutionary line, because you can't improve upon perfection. Types, remember this, Lucas?
He is a bug fighting type.
Yes, and the species is the single horn Pokemon. And then we have here abilities, Guts, Swarm, and Moxie, which is its hidden ability. And then you get Mega Heracross, or Heraboss as it's known, which has Skill Link. And which has described to me what Skill Link does, Lucas, because that might be the stupidest move it has.
I love the ability Skill Link, and what it does is any multi-hit move, instead of having a chance to, say, hit between 2 and 5 times, it's guaranteed to hit the 5 times.
Yeah, and then every effect, every additional effect that you could get from that, such as a critical hit, is multiplicative. So you have 5 chances to get a critical hit or a flinch, which basically turns Mega Heracross into an absolute fucking monster, because it can just hit you for moves that are as strong as a Hyper Beam every turn that do not miss, and also have chances of inflicting a critical hit every turn. And yeah, it's not fun to fight at all. Gender, it has a 50-50 chance of being male or female. Its weight is 190 pounds or 54 kilos for you metric warriors out there. And its height, 1.5 meters or 4'11", which just makes it terrifying to me.
A 4'11" giant beetle.
That is capable of flipping a car and also punching you. And then you have other stuff it's Beedrill's 3 foot tall in it.
Yeah. I'm scared of wasps when they're a centimetre big.
Imagine 3 foot tall Beedrill with double knife hands. And then you have stuff like Golbat, which is 5 foot tall, and its Pokedex entry specifically notes the fact that it'll go for the face.
And then it'll drain your blood.
Yeah. So yeah, Pokemon world is terrifying. Anyway, so Heracross, in Japanese, Heracrossu. Yeah, that sounds fucking awesome. That sounds like fucking Gundam. Is a bug fighting type Pokemon introduced in Generation 2. Biology. So we have here, Heracross is a large, blue, winged bipedal beetle. It has a capsule-shaped thorax similar to pincers, a pair of yellow eyes, and 2 clawed arms and feet. Growing from its head is a large T-shaped horn, which is flanked on either side by smaller antennae. Heracross's horn shape depends on its gender. It's one of the few Pokemon who have differences between the genders, which is something I kind of wanted them to double down on, because that was it added more characterization to the Pokemon.
It's a cool idea, but most gender differences, if any, are very hard to notice, whereas as stupid as it is, the Pikachu with the heart tail is a nice little quirk that's different.
It is, and we all know that the best gender difference is Wobbuffet, because it gets fucking lipstick.
Yeah.
Female Wobbuffet has lipstick, if people don't know that. And then we have here Heracross's shiny version, Lucas. Does Heracross have one of the strongest shiny variations?
Or just the nice bright purple?
It's bright purple or pink, depending on the game you're playing. I have a shiny Heracross in my version of the game, and I've just called it Stun. after Stun the Insect from Bloody Raw, because I fucking love that game. Gender differences, here we go. So male Heracross have a pointed horn, like the image above, whereas a female Heracross have a heart-shaped tip on their horn. Oh, isn't that adorable? As it flips over a semi and punches you into oblivion. Behaviour. Heracross is a powerful yet docile Pokemon. Its natural habitat is forest and its diet consists of tree sap, nectar and honey. Heracross are also shown to work with Butterfree in the wild in order to share sap to eat.
That's really cute.
It is, but at the same time, does Heracross really need help when the next line says its strength is such that it can topple large trees if it so wished? So does it really need to work with Butterfree if it eats tree sap and it can snap trees in half? If anything, Butterfree is just like being like those birds that sit on top of crocodiles. And just like eat whatever's left. Which is probably one of my favourite things in nature. Those tiny little birds that fly inside crocodiles' mouths and just eat all the shit out of that. It's great. Heracross's main weapon is its very large horn, of which it is particularly proud. You know what? Yeah, I can see that with the male Heracross. However, it only uses it in the wild to deter foes and not hurt them. Heracross often fight using brute strength, usually pushing back their foes and lifting them with their arms and horn. Yeah?
I mean, yeah, when you can like lift entire trees, I don't see why not.
It's so fucking strong. And that's like based on like rhinoceros beetles in real life, which are famously able to lift like 50 to 100 times their own body weight. So if they were the size of a human, they could lift a car.
Yeah, I think in fact Heracross's Pokedex entries might say that it lists like 100 times its own weight or something.
Yeah, which is that might be as well. I might be wrong about that. I might be underselling the strength of the rhino beetle because it's like ridiculous. Which is why Stun the Insect from Bloody Roar, which probably should have his wiki entry, is one of my favourites because like he's just pure brute strength and all of his moves ring you out.
Oh my god.
Great. Now we have game info and it just tells you the location. And Lucas, I'm guessing from all the comments you've got, you know where it is in Gold and Silver.
Do you get it in Azalea Town by headbutting trees by any
Yes, you do, Lucas, oddly enough. I can't wait as well for all the people from this video to go onto those videos and then comment that thinking they're original and not annoying. It's not funny, guys. It's not funny. Maybe it's vampire, it's not funny. It's only funny when I did it and it was only funny the first time. Anyway, and then we have its various Pokedex entries, which tend to be quite fun, so I say we cover these as well.
Yeah, sure.
So in gold, it is this powerful Pokemon thrusts its prized horn under the enemy's bellies and then lifts and throws them. Okay, and then the counterpart, silver, usually docile, but if disturbed while sipping honey, it chases off the intruder with its horn. It just chases after you. Like, imagine a 4'11" beetle that can rip out a tree by the roots, chasing you down for stealing its honey. And then we have crystal, with its Herculean power, it can easily throw around an object that is 100 times its own weight. Which, if you remember, Heracross's weight of about 50 kilos means Heracross can casually throw around about 5 tons.
Oh man, that means like Heracross could compete in strength with some of the Marvel characters we've fucking done on this.
Yeah, pretty much. Some like, the low-level heroes, like the Scorpion, could probably get his ass beat by a Heracross.
I mean, we've all heard like, Aesop fable, the Scorpion versus the Beetle, right?
Yeah, that's the one. Almost every single one is just about its horn or the fact it loves honey. Like, Heracross is a simple Pokemon. It knows what it likes and it likes what it knows.
Oh god, does it have any about the Mega Evolution?
It does actually when you get to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So it's proud of its thick horn in Alola. Its biggest rival is Vikavolt, which it is always fighting with. Its Mega Evolution, on the other hand, it says it can grip things with its 2 horns and lift 500 times its own body weight.
Fuck.
And I'm guessing that Mega Heracross is slightly heavier than Heracross, but if we go by Heracross's base weight, that means Mega Heracross can lift in excess of 25 tons, putting it on par with some of the Marvel characters we have discussed.
I've just had a quick look and yeah, it's an extra like 15 kilos. It's like 65.2 kilos.
Okay, so do you want to just quickly times that by 500 so we get like an exact number here for everyone at home? Yeah, so do you have the weight that Heracross can lift quite easily?
Yeah, Mega Heracross can throw a good old 31,250 kilos.
Yeah, not bad, is it? So about 30 tons, which is like
oh no, wait.
Even
more, Karl. I did 62.5,
not
65.2. So in fact, it's 32,600.
Oh, so 32 tons. Anyway, base stats. So Heracross has really good stats, but this might not mean a lot of people don't know a lot about Pokemon. So I'll say its total is about 500. And Lucas, correct me if I'm wrong here, but that is fairly good, but not on par with some of the legendaries and pseudo-legendaries.
So I believe a starter Pokemon ends up with a stat total of 600, so like something like Charizard, Blastoise. And then a pseudo-legendary, something like Dragonite or Salamence, is about 700 total.
So 500, it's not fantastic, but its typing's quite good, and it has a very good attack stat of 125, which is very, very good, combined with its like somewhat okay speed. I mean, like, you know, in the right hands, Heracross, and with the right build and the right moveset, Heracross can be quite threatening. And then you have the base stats of Mega Heracross, which are 600, and it gives it a straight 60 extra points in strength. And then that just bolsters up its defenses. So, yeah. Yeah, Heracross is fucking just absolute beast. Just an absolute unit of a Pokemon, I think is like the way we can describe it here. And then its moves, like any particular moves of Heracross that you like?
I believe its like iconic move is Mega Horn.
Yes, which has a 120 base power, as it should when it's fucking Heracross using it. And there's just a bunch of moves here, but I just like the fact he learns Bullet Seed. And you got this giant beetle and it just spits seeds at you. You're gonna do? What would you do? Like you look at it, it just spits seeds at you, and then you notice that it does like really bad damage.
But I'm pretty sure like Mega Heracross like opens up its arm and it's like shooting seeds through like an arm cannon.
Just like a Gundam. Like, you can't beat it, Luke. You can't beat it. Heracross was thought to be a pre-evolution of Pinsir before the release of Pokemon Gold and Silver. I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, like, big bipedal bug with horn.
And one of the reasons I turned around on Heracross is when we had a conversation in the playthrough and just talked about how the existence of Heracross makes Pinsir completely redundant.
Yeah.
Because it has better stats and better typing, because Pinsir is just pure bug, which means even though it can learn fighting type moves, they don't get stabbed, which is a mechanic in Pokemon only people who really, really give a shit about Pokemon care about. But trust me, it makes a difference. It means that Heracross is just better in every single way.
I mean, it does have the downside of being 4 times weak to flying moves, but let's move past that. It's fine.
Speaking of which, despite being able to fly, Heracross is unable to learn fly. Mega Heracross has the highest base attack of all bug-type Pokemon and of all non-legendary type Pokemon.
Fucking hell.
So it has the highest attack stat of any Pokemon that's not a legendary.
I mean, fair play to Mega Heracross, just absolute rocking his horn.
There we go, Lucas. Heraboss. That name is not unearned. Then we have Origins. Heracross is based on a Japanese rhinoceros beetle and a Hercules beetle. The latter's influence more obvious in its mega form. And that's something I was thinking of. And I couldn't remember if Hercules beetles were a real thing or something I imagined because it's so fucking cool. And Hercules beetles are the ones who can lift like 1,000 times their body weight, which is why they earn their name. They're the ones where if you scaled them up to human size, they could just lift like 50,000 tons. So, etymology. We have Heracross and Heracrossu come from Heracles, the Greek mythological hero known by the Romans and most people today as Hercules, a Greek demigod known for his prodigious strength, and cross, which just means angry from its fighting type.
Oh, so it's just an angry Hercules beetle, basically.
Yeah, it's just an angry bug that punches things, and I fucking love that. Which reminds me of like one of my favourite dumb jokes, which is 2 nuns are driving in a car like, through the woods. Suddenly a vampire jumps onto the bonnet and one nun turns to the other and goes, quick, show me cross, show me cross. At which point the nun jumps out of the car and goes, you naughty vampire, get off my car.